Hello, this is Jarrett, JB. I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and today I want to talk about uh, University of Wisconsin Green Bay basketball, men's basketball, and their coach, radio broadcaster, national radio broadcaster, Doug Gottlieb. So, Coach Gottlieb is in his first year at UWGB as head coach, and he's in his first year as a head coach at the college, right? The D1 level and college basketball level, period. He had a great career as a college basketball player at Oklahoma State and Notre Dame. He has been a commentator for college basketball, very knowledgeable about basketball, no doubt about that. He has commentated on his radio program about a lot of different other sports, uh, professional basketball, NFL, baseball, everything else. Um, he Anybody who's ever heard him knows that this is a guy who talks, and this is a guy who has opinions, and he has, let's say, it nicely, confidence. Uh, he is a strong personality, and he knows how to um, get other people talking and get other people interested, and that's how he's made his career in the media. Um, he has coached basketball before at lower levels in college basketball, like AAU type basketball, and he's coached in Israel, I believe, um, in amateur basketball. So he knows basketball. That's not the problem. But the problem is that he just hasn't coached college basketball before. But because of the way that college basketball is changing, and the fact that now it's really important, recruiting is harder than ever, I think, probably, because colleges can throw around money if they have money and they can get the best players. So for colleges like UWGB in Green Bay, Wisconsin, a smaller city, to attract the best players, it's hard because there's money here. Some people have money, but there's not a lot of money like there might be in California or Florida or Texas or other places that just have um, larger alumni bases. So more former students who have more money and that they can put it into the program. And so I think what happened, I don't know, but I think what happened is that Josh Moon, the athletics director, was trying to get someone who could um, get attention and who could uh, get people looking at UWGB basketball. And since Coach Gottlieb is nationally known and people know that he knows about basketball, um, the athletic director might have thought that that would be helpful to the program to help people to bring in players and bring in money and hopefully make UWGB competitive. Last season, UWGB men had a first year coach. His name was Sundance Wicks. He came in and he had a huge personality too. Uh, Very fiery guy, very intense guy. His personality rubbed off on the team, and the team played very well. They played. I mean, I told him when I met him that I could see a difference because and I wasn't putting down coaches or teams in the past from UWGB, but in the past the teams they played basketball. They just went out there and they played basketball, and then the game ended. Maybe they won, maybe they lost, but they left, and that was it. But the teams last year under Coach Sundance Wicks, they played to win. So uh, from the time that the ball is put in bounds until the end of the play, um, when the shot went in or there was a rebound and it went the other way, then the team was fully engaged on offense or on defense, and that was a change. You could feel it. It was like in the air, and I had an idea of writing a article about it, but I told someone in the UWGB athletics department about that, and they told the local media, and someone else ended up writing the story I was going to write. But I think a lot of people, especially after I said it, saw what I was seeing that and what I was feeling, because you could literally, not literally, but you could feel it in there. There's something that was different. There was energy. And I think that's what made the team successful. They had a big turnaround last year. I don't remember what the record was the year before, but there weren't very many wins. And then last year they had a very solid season, somewhere I think around 20 wins. But I was very hopeful that Coach Wicks was going to come back, and UWGB was just going to get better and better, and then maybe we would get back into the NCAA tournament at some point, or play for a conference championship, and that didn't happen because Coach Wicks, he left and he went to what he called his dream job, which is the University of Wyoming. And I don't know very many people who would say Wyoming is a destination, but for him it is, because I think he's from there or has close ties there. And so that's fine. If that's what his dream was or his goal was, then he got it. And he left, but then we had to find a new coach, and we didn't find one until late. It was May of 2024, and that's really late when it comes to recruiting and finding the right people. And so Coach Gottlieb, the new coach, he was at a disadvantage, and he had to find the best players he could with what was left of people who hadn't committed to other places. And so I'm not putting down anybody who's on the team now, but I think that if Coach Gottlieb had had more time, he could have found players that were more suited to succeed, who would have had a better chance to succeed. We have a lot of younger players on this team. They're good, not putting them down, but I think with more time, with a year, 2, 3, 4 years, that things will improve. Anytime you start a new job, there's always going to be some what do you call it, like lag time, some learning curve. It takes time to get up to speed and to get things working the right way and to make things as good as they can be. And it takes some figuring out about how things are going now, how we make them better, and that sort of thing. And so I think it's unfair. I think criticism of Coach Gottlieb is fair. If people don't like his personality, they can say that. If they don't like how he coaches, they can say that. But I think they should give him some time, because if the athletics director, Josh Moon, is correct and Coach Gottlieb has what it takes to succeed, then we'll see that in the next couple of years. It might not be, it's obviously not going to be this year. They only won 3 out of 28 games this year, just a few left, and might not be next year. Next year they might win, who knows, maybe 10 games, maybe 15, hopefully more, but you can't have too high of expectations, especially when you consider they only won 3 this year. But just give it some time, and I think if Coach Gottlieb is as good of a coach as athletic director thinks he is, and he reaches his potential as a coach, as someone who is very knowledgeable about basketball, then I think everything will be all right. But it's unfair to say, oh, they suffered or they're struggling right off the bat. So let's just get rid of him and start over. They brought him in, and they've given him the opportunity to keep doing his radio program and coach, and they've given him money because they think he can succeed. And so it's like an experiment. Like when you're doing an experiment in science or in anything else, you start off and you see how it goes, and you let it go all the way through, and then you look at the results. And so it would be unfair to Coach Gottlieb to write him off just based on this first 28 games without giving him more time to see whether or not he's going to reach his potential and whether his teams are going to reach their potential. He's going to bring in good players and or the best players he can get, and they'll play at their maximum potential, and they'll succeed. They'll win games. They'll do well in the tournament, conference tournament, Horizon League tournament. And but if you just write him off early, then you didn't give him the chance to succeed, and you say, "Oh, he failed." Well, he failed because you didn't give him the chance. Maybe if you would have given him more time, he would have more of a chance. Just like in the NFL, like when they draft a quarterback first round, and then 2 games into the season they throw him in there behind a line that isn't very good, and he doesn't have weapons, he doesn't have wide receivers, doesn't have a great running back behind him, and they say, "Oh, he's no good." Well, wait a second. He didn't have all the tools that he needed, and he didn't have the opportunity. So if you give him 2, 3, 4, or more years, then you'll really know. But you gotta let it play out, because if you just give him 2 games and you say, "Oh, he's not good enough," then when you get rid of him, you'll never know how good he could have actually been because you didn't give him the chance. And I'm afraid that's what's going to happen here, because there is a lot of negativity in the fan base. I'm as positive as I can be, but I think there is a lot of negativity because they're saying, "Oh, this guy, this California guy, he has an ego." I said confidence earlier, but people say ego. He has a big personality. He wants to be a radio star and TV star, and he already is. But he's more focused on those things. But I think they're just kind of taking shots at him, insulting him, rather than saying, "Okay, he's our coach now. Let's see what he can do. Let's support him. Let's help him any way we can. Put our butts in the seats. Financially support for the people that can do that, and just be there in any which way they can." And so I think if the fans of UWGB do that, and the players know that they have the support of the fans, and recruits know that they will have the support of fans, and that they're going to have the opportunity to succeed, and that they're being brought in to a situation where they're going to have the opportunity to meet their potential, and that it's going to work out, then I think things will work out. So, long story short, give the man a chance, let the experiment play out, then judge the results. So that's my opinion about Coach Doug Gottlieb and the UWGB men's basketball program. Thanks for listening. Have a good one. Bye.